We'll call this meeting of the Board of Public Works for Monday, August 1st, 2022 to order. First item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of the July 18, 2022 Board of Public Works meeting. Motion to approve, Mr. Fisher, and a second by Mr. O'Reilly. Any comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? That motion carries. Item number 3 is citizen comments. Are there any citizen comments tonight? Citizen comments, going twice. No citizen comments tonight. Item 4 is construction updates presented by Chris Hawley, Street Superintendent, and Dan Connect, Director of Public Works. Chris.
Oh, hello, everyone. Just some notable accomplishments since we last met. Can't speak right now. Cleveland, Cedar to Peach, we put in 100 feet of new sanitary main to serve a house that didn't have their own lateral. They had a shared lateral that went out to Peach, and it was 100 feet with a new manhole last week. And the ditching and tiling started today, and that went really well. They got a block done today. Cedar, Grant to Daggy, gas main replacement's done. They're now working on services. Once services are done, we will follow up with ditching and tiling. Hinman, Daggy to Becker, gas company is scheduled to begin August 8th. Approximately 3 weeks after that. That one's kind of up in the air right now. But if all goes on schedule here, approximately 3 weeks after they're done, the water department's scheduled to come in, and we'll work with the water department to replace laterals where needed. McMillan, Lincoln, the western city limits, wing walls are going to start next week, and followed up with some minor ditching and culvert replacement. And then after that's done, the pulverizer will come in, and we'll get that road paved. Balboa 14th to 17th, I put completed on that one. Actually, the final lift is scheduled for the end of the week here. So at the end of the week, that Millen Place project will be completed. Apple, Day to Becker, the gas company is completed with their main line and services. They have some restoration to do. And I just found out this evening before I came here that they'll be coming in next week. And after they're done with their restoration, they have some sidewalk to replace there. We'll get that one paved before school starts. I know last week we had a lot of concerns about potholes. I just want to reiterate that we are taking those calls and putting them on the list. Unfortunately, we're in a reactive mode rather than a proactive mode. All our guys are kind of split up and doing construction work right now. So we're doing our darndest to knock that list off. We get out once or twice a week as we can. Clean sweep. Dan, on that, what was the date on that one again? I didn't print it out. Saturday, September 10th. It's in the city of Marshfield. They switch between the city of Marshfield and then somewhere in Wood County. Every other year we have it. And we get a lot of phone calls at the street division on when the clean sweep is going to be. So we have it here. We'll post it on all our platforms for the people to know that that'll be on September 10th out at the Ag Research Station area. And that's Saturday, September 10th from 8 to 12. One other notable thing is in the springtime and the fall, we get a lot of calls at the waste management yard waste site. So what we did to kind of help alleviate some of the traffic flow through there, we added an extra driveway that comes out on Hume. We just finished up with the asphalt, little bit of asphalt patch we have there, and we'll be opening that up, and it'll be like a one-way traffic flow through there to help alleviate some of the congestion that's out there, especially late in the fall and early spring. So with that, I'll take any questions.
Any questions for Chris? Thanks, Chris. Dan.
Yeah, I just want to mention one thing following up on Chris's comments. You may have noticed he mentions the gas company on several of these projects. That hasn't always been the case, but it seems more and more frequent now that the gas company wants to get in and replace mains when we're doing our work, whatever work that might be, whether it's the mill in place or an overlay. And that just adds a little level of complexity when we're trying to schedule around the gas company as well. Do they go first? Do we go first? Do we work together? And those kind of things. So that does impact our timing and coordination, and then sometimes can be a challenge. But just wanted to mention that that is a bigger factor than it used to be.
Okay, anything else, Dan? Nope. Okay. Item number 5 is award the bid for the fire station boiler replacement project presented by Dan Knecht.
I'm sorry, I was going to update a little bit on the 17th Street
Oh, okay.
as well.
Go
So
ahead.
I'll do that and then jump into the bid project. So Tom put together his normal construction update, and he had some pictures of 17th Street, just noting there that underground utility work between Maple and Cedar is complete, and they're working on the stretch from Cedar to Maple. Working on Cedar to Maple, and that work should be done this week, and start working on patching at 17th and Maple, which is also scheduled this week. He had some pictures of the construction there, and you can drive by and probably see it yourself if you'd like. And the other pictures I thought were worth mentioning is the culvert replacement on West McMillan. Again, we worked with Marathon County on a 50-50 cost share through their culvert aid program, where they installed the pipes, and we're going to build the concrete head walls that go on that. And that's what Chris mentioned, that will begin next week with our guys to do that. So then, if no questions, I will move into the next item, which is
I have one question. 17th, whatever happened with that solar replacement overhead drone? Drones there?
Yeah, that was something that would have occurred off the project limits. So we have it in the CIP for next year
Oh, it is.
as a 2023 project. Okay, so then the next item was the award of bid for the fire station boiler replacement project. You'll recall this was talked about during CIP and originally proposed in 2023, but was advanced to 2022 with some ARPA funds that we had available. So we opened bids for this project on July 26th, last week. And the bids came in as follows. There are 4 bidders. The low bid of $50,395 was from JF Ahern out of Stevens Point. The budget we had established for this was $52,000, so it was right in line with our budget. We're pleased with that number. So our recommendation is to approve the low bid of $50,395 from JF Ahern of Stevens Point, and authorize execution of the contract.
We have a motion for Mr. Fire, second for Mr. O'Reilly. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of awarding the bid for the fire station boiler replacement project, JFA here, Stevens Point, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And anyone opposed? Hearing none, that motion carries. Item number 6 is approval of the state municipal agreement with the Wisconsin Department of Transportation for the West 5th Street project from Oak to Chestnut, again presented by Dan Knecht.
Thank you. You may recall that earlier this year, I mentioned that we were selected to receive funding for the reconstruction of 5th Street from Chestnut to Oak, just a block north here of City Hall, half a block north. And that funding is through the STP Surface Transportation Program, same funding source that we were awarded East 29th Street from Washington to Veterans, and also from Lincoln Avenue from 5th Street to Adler Road. These projects are initiated by the state municipal agreement that is in the packet tonight. And once that's executed, then we can kick off with the next steps. The agreement is essentially the same one we approved for Lincoln Avenue. Under these agreements, construction is shared 80% federal, 20% local. The city covers 100% of the design costs and any local utility costs that are triggered by the project. So in this case, the estimated federal share is $720,000. We have a local share of construction, the 20% is $180,000. We have about $340,000 in municipal sewer and water work planned. And then there's about $12,000 in there that is the state's share of the design review for the project. Overall, the entire project is about $1.25 million, of which the total city share is $532,000, including all the utility work, which is funded by the utilities Right now, construction is programmed in 2026, and we'd expect the design process to get started during the second half of 2023. So with that, I recommend approval of the state municipal agreement for Fifth Street from Oak Avenue to Chestnut Avenue, authorize execution.
Motion by Mr. Fire. Second by Mr. O'Reilly. Any discussion on this one? Seeing none, the motion is to recommend approval for the state municipal agreement with DOT. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Hearing none, that motion carries. Item 7 is recommended items for future agenda. Dan? I thought Adam would have something for whatever reason.
I'll just mention one that might be coming up, just so you're aware of it. In Alderman Wagner's district on 17th Street, they're dealing with high-speed issues along Wildwood Park there, 17th Street, primarily between Locust and Adams Avenue. And the police department has stepped up some enforcement, and they've put out some their portable speed limit signs, hoping that helps. And it does help when there's a police presence there, but it's been suggested that we try some speed bumps, some portable speed bumps in this area, primarily during the summer season when there's high traffic activity at the park, and then we would take them up for winter plowing season. So we're looking into that, what placement might be, costs involved, associated, and those types of things. And then we'll make some decisions about whether this should be tried on a kind of a trial basis to see if it helps. The speed limit there is posted at 15 miles an hour, so speed bumps might be an effective option there. If it was a higher speed limit, that for less, it can be more problematic. But anyway, just so you're aware of that, there might be this activity to install some speed bumps on a trial basis down there on 7th Street. And if it would become a permanent seasonal type installation, we bring that back to the board for your consideration.
Okay, any other items for future agenda? Motion to adjourn? Motion by Mr. Fire to adjourn, second by Mr. O'Reilly. We're adjourned.